Chloe is in 5th grade, she's 10 years old, and she was removed from her birth mom when she was 6. She's going to come up and give us some insight about her life before foster care, while she was in foster care, and now after foster care. I think it's pretty awesome that she can come up here at 10 years old and speak to a whole high school. So please welcome Chloe Scott.
Hi, my name is Chloe Scott and I'm 10 years old. I spent 2 years in foster care. I might be the size of an elf compared to my mom, but what I have to say is extremely important. When I turned 6, my 17-year-old sister and I were removed from our birth home because of domestic violence, abuse, neglect, and my biological mother almost shot me twice. 1 out of the 2 times she told the police she was only cleaning a gun. When I was first removed, I was scared and confused. I thought it was my sister's fault for telling the police we were being abused. I was told that the child protection worker that was trying to help us and removed us was a bad person and trying to break up our family. My biological mother said that bad things would happen in foster care. I felt like I had to protect her. So when anyone asked, what happened in your birth home? Are you okay? Is everything okay? I'd cross my arms, stomp my foot, and say, it's none of your business. My biological mother used to take me into the bathroom on visits and threaten me and tell me you can't say anything or you'll get hurt, I'll hurt you, stuff like that. I thought my biological mother's boyfriend was my biological father because I was lied to so many times. I met my current mother 3.5 years ago, the day before kindergarten started at midnight. Me and my sister came with the clothes on our backs. I think some people don't really understand that most kids don't come with a lot. Depending on the situation, some kids come with bags of clothes and stuff, but me and my sister only came with the clothes we were wearing. Even though it was a really hard night, our foster mom had us laughing before we even went to sleep. We were supposed to be there for only 2 days, which is respite care or a temporary placement until they can find an actual placement for a child, which is at least more than 2 days. Even though I was only supposed to be there for 2 days, it turned out to be a really long time. We were like the Energizer bunnies. We kept going and going. That week, we were taken to Sheriff's Youth Ranch because there weren't a lot of beds for a child and a 17-year-old teenager. So we went to the Sheriff's Youth Ranch and we came back crying because we didn't know what was going on and we just didn't know what was going to happen. So when our foster mom saw this, she took us in and kept us with her. I used to call her my fairy foster mom, but it didn't really feel like a foster family. It felt like a real family. The first Saturday, we were all really, really tired. It was like a really long week because in foster care, usually in 1 week, you have therapists, guardian ad litems. All of the people are trying to find out what happened to you, check for bruises, make sure you're okay. And so we were all just really wore out. So our foster mom walks into our room, opens the door, and says, you know what, today is going to be a good day. We're going to cancel everyone that's coming over, wear pajamas, and eat backwards meal day, which is breakfast for dinner, dinner for breakfast, and lunch for lunch. We did game nights, family dinners, and we went to church on Sundays. In my biological home, while other kids were getting gifts from Santa and the Easter Bunny, some Christmases and Easters, I wouldn't, until I got into foster care with my current mom. Foster parents are so important in showing us real love as a family. After a month, my foster mom invited my biological mother over to our house to kind of get to know her, and later she invited her over to our house. And because we were having so much fun and losing track of time, we played Guitar Hero or Rock Band, whichever one you guys prefer, until midnight. So at midnight, my biological mother picked up her phone and started scrolling down texts from her abusive boyfriend saying, where are you? Who are you with? You better get home now. If you don't get home now, bad things are going to happen to you. So of course she wanted to go home. my foster mom knew something bad was going to happen, so she wouldn't take her home. And after about a half an hour, my foster mom finally took my biological mother home. And she was right, something bad was going to happen. At 2 o'clock in the morning, my foster mom got a call from my biological mother saying she was about to be arrested and her boyfriend was already in handcuffs. My foster mom did a lot of things for my biological mother. She took her to and from the agency where we were having visits and stuff. She would help her with the case plans to get me back. And she bought us all this peace bracelet. And when my biological mother was mad, she was supposed to focus all her anger on this so she wouldn't get herself in trouble. My foster mom's work also donated a lot of items to her just so they could help her and help her to get me back. And even though she tried, it didn't really work because my biological mother lost everything, even though she got a job in an apartment and she went back to her abusive boyfriend. My foster mom noticed I was always just a tad bit traumatic, like if I tapped my leg on her couch or slightly fell, I'd act like my leg was broken. So she got me into acting. In December of 2013, the judge terminated my biological mother's rights and it became available for adoption. Up on stage at a play rehearsal at Seminole High School, my mom got up on stage and this is what happened.
I'm scared as my favorite person to go on stage. Welcome to the stage with Dad! I'm blown away with the professionalism, how you just take your clothing and treat her like your own. I'm like proud of you like you're my kids, but you're not. But one of them is, that one right there. And I've known her for a year and a half. And I'm gonna try to do this without crying. Stop crying. I've talked to her every night, and I woke up to her first thing. And without further ado, in front of 70 oddly dressed witnesses, I would like you to come up, please. Come on. Holiday. And when it's Lawyer's Day, I signed some papers. And on behalf of Beyonce. You said it like you better for a week. Will you be my forever daughter?
It is so important to ask a kid if they want to be adopted. My mom hit the jackpot when she proposed to me. She tells everyone I'm a triple threat. I draw, I act, and I know everything. She knew she could not live without all of this. In March of 2014, I was adopted and I was baptized. I officially became Chloe Scott. I want people to understand that some kids are taught not to trust police or CPI workers. I mean, when I was younger, I was taught that when you see a police officer in a car, you duck down and don't let them see you. Now I bang on the windows, wave, and screech with excitement because I'm so excited to see them. One time I did it so loud and scared my mom so much that she almost ran into a tree. I also learned to trust the people that are there to help me, and I can't do it's none of your business anymore. I believe the CPI worker that removed me saved my life. My mom and I also believe that God brought us together as a family. I want to say a special thanks to child protective investigators who get children out of bad situations, foster and adoptive parents who keep us in their home, love us, and keep us safe, guardian ad litems who help us through the entire process, therapists who help us figure out all the confusing things we're going through so we don't end up crazy, judges who make the best decisions for our futures, and all of community alternatives for all they are doing to help thousands of kids in our community. And speaking of guardian ad litems, my own guardian ad litem is in the audience today. Miss Linda, will you please stand up? We need every person in this room to pray for all the kids going through the process and to pray that they find a way back to a safe home or find a way back to a future loving family like I did. I believe 2 bullets missed me so I could be here today to tell my story. Never underestimate the power of prayer. I did.